Hello everybody. I am late as usual, it seems, for Facebook Live videos anyway. So Jeremy, my son, is going to be videoing while I do this unboxing video. Don't make people seasick, Jeremy.
Well, I'll try.
Okay, so we are here in my kitchen and I've got things laid out on the table that if you have a kit, and we are going to be talking about the premium starter kit. If you have a kit, this is what you have hopefully gotten in the mail or something similar. So my name's Angela Cunin and I am a nurse and also a health and wellness educator, and within that I have gotten started with essential oils and Young Living essential oils specifically, and I am doing a lot of educating people in getting people started with essential oils and helping incorporating all of that into their lives. So I got started about 2 years ago and I got started with this kit. So the kit that I got started with is the oils kit. There's 3 different premium starter kits that Young Living has, and the kit that I got started with, the premium starter kit that I got started with, was the oils kit. So that is the one that we are going to unbox tonight, and the one that we're going to talk to more specifically. But a lot of the tips and things that I'm going to go through are could apply to the other kits as well. We have a Ningxia Red kit, and we also have a Thieves starter kit. For a while they had a Sleek and 60 starter kit, or a Sleek starter kit, which is our Sleek line is the weight management line that we have. So without further ado, I will show you. Actually, you can see, or you probably already know what is in your starter kit because hopefully you have at least opened the box. There are a lot of videos out online that go through each thing. They actually physically open the box and show you how to open the box. I feel like that's kind of, and I actually have a video like that as well. It's on my YouTube channel. I feel like that's kind of been done, and so what I wanted to do was have everything already open. Hopefully you know how to open boxes. There's one thing that I wanted to show you with this box. When you do open your box, the box comes like this. Jeremy, are you watching, making sure this is being shown the right way?
Yes.
So when you open this box, the little ribbon on the side, the box opens like this, and there's another little place here where this lid covers some contents in beneath here. So that's really the only tricky thing about opening a box that people sometimes don't realize, that there's stuff underneath. It's like a 2-layer box, basically. Whoops. There we go. I'm spilling stuff. All right. So the things that are underneath there, you don't want to miss those. Out of my video, boy. All right. So the things that are underneath there, you don't want to miss those. Those are important things. And lots of people have said, in the past, a lot of people have said, oh, I didn't know that those things were there. My box had that in there for a year before I realized that stuff was down there. So beneath that, like the second layer of the box, the Ningxia Red samples are down there. There's another bottle of oil down there. So you get your 10 bottles of oil, and then your number 11 bottle is down there. So don't forget, there's 2 layers to the box. Okay, so again, I want to kind of do my unboxing video a little bit different and not go through each thing in the box necessarily, or not even go through each oil. So if you want to know the specific, what do I do with lemon? What do I do with lavender? What do I do with frankincense? That is for another video, and I'm actually teaching several other classes this fall. And there's going to be another class specifically at the end of the month that goes through, like, it's a Essential Oils 101 class where I go through and talk about what each oil is for and how to go about using the oils for the first time. What do I do with lemon, for example? But tonight I kind of want to go through what do I do when I get my kit? What do I do first, type of thing. So obviously it seems obvious, but you open everything. Get everything out, open it all, and focus on the diffuser. So my diffuser was the dewdrop diffuser. That's what I got. Some people get different diffusers, but I got the dewdrop. So the box looks like this, and all the boxes from Young Living, I'm always impressed by how everything's packaged. But if there's ever anything that's wrong with anything that you get from Young Living, be sure that you contact your enroller or your sponsor. Either one of those people should be able to get you into the into customer service, into contact with customer service with Young Living, to be able to handle your concern. Because if you contact them right away, they are more than happy to get your problem solved. And usually they go over the top to solve your problem. If there's an oil that's leaked or something that's broken or something that's not right, they go above and beyond to solve your problem. So make sure that another reason to open everything, get it all out of the box, make sure that everything is right then and what you ordered. So get your diffuser out. So my dewdrop diffuser, it looks like this. I've already got some water in here. Can you see that? There's a little bit of water in there. Mm-hmm. The diffuser is plugged in to the back. So you just plug this in. And the line here on the dewdrop is this little red
I don't think they can see that.
Dot. Can they see the red dot? Are you going to bring it closer?
Yeah.
So that little red dot is the water line on this one. And so I don't have it quite full. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it the rest of the way. Okay. So you can fill the diffuser up to the top. Every diffuser has a different water line, and there's a way to, they mark them a different way. But just read your instructions, which comes in the diffuser, and make sure that you know what's going on with your diffuser. With my dewdrop diffuser, I know that 8 to 12 drops is what it takes for max, like the max water line fill or whatever. It says then add 8 to 12 drops of oil. So what I did was I went ahead and I already added my oil. I put in, what did I do? Was it Gratitude? Yes. I did Harmony on my diffuser necklace. So I have Gratitude in here. I already added the oil before I started my video, so I'll just show you. The cone of the dewdrop goes on the inner cone here, and then the outer cone. On the dewdrop, it's really nice because the cone like lines up. If you line up the words Young Living with the little on-off switch, it lines up really nice. Again, just read your instructions, but this one's real simple. One push of the button is on with the light. It turns on the diffuser. The second push keeps the diffuser on, but the light goes off. And then the third is everything shuts off. So I like to keep mine on and the light so that I know it's running. And then I remember if I'm leaving the room and not coming back, then I turn the diffuser off. And I know because the light's on that it's still running, so I need to either move it with me or turn it off. So that's the first thing, is to get your diffuser out. Make sure that you've learned how to use that. And I like to tell people this is like your cell phone, okay? It's a mobile device. So this should be where the people are, especially if this is your first diffuser. Like this was our first diffuser in our house. We didn't have another diffuser. This was our very first one. So when I first got my diffuser, I had it in our main living area here, in the dining room, kitchen, main living area. And then when I would go to bed at night, I would take it to our bedroom. So pretend this is, or treat this like it's your cell phone, like it's a mobile device. It should be where the people are. So learn it, read the instructions, learn how to use it, move it around, and the very first thing that I would diffuse, that I diffused when I got my kit, was Stress Away. You might want to, as you're reading the directions, and the very first thing you want to open up the Stress Away, put it in the diffuser, and then begin reading about all the other things that you've gotten in your kit. And that will help you to kind of calm down, relax, and think, you know, I can do this. Because again, when you're first getting this kit, you're overwhelmed a little bit, perhaps, excited, obviously, because you've gotten it really fun package in the mail. And at some point you wanted this kit to be able to, you know, overcome or meet some challenge that you are facing. I know for myself, I had several different health goals, and that was why I had my kit. So to diffuse that stress away right away kind of helped bring things down a notch, and then I was able to, you know, then you're able to kind of focus on what's all going on with the rest of the kit. So open your stress away, put a little in the diffuser, and that's kind of my third tip. So the first one was open it all. The second was the diffuser. The third one was open the stress away and get a couple drops either into the diffuser or put a couple drops onto your hand. And as you're going through the first, especially if you're going through the kit for the first time, and just go ahead and rub the couple drops into your hand and just cup them, cup your hands over your nose and inhale. So I'll show you how that's done. Again, many of you that are watching the video have probably already had experience with your essential oils, but if you are getting your kit for the first time and you don't have your kit yet, so I'll show you what I mean by cupping. So you're going to take your bottle of essential oil, you're just going to put 1 or 2 drops into your hand, like that. 1 drop is fine. I used to because I've had my essential oils for a couple of years now. You're going to take your 2 fingers of the other hand and just kind of rub into your hand like this. That's called activating the oil. And then you're just going to take your hands like this, cup them, and take them up to your nose, like that. And then I just continue to rub the oil into my hands. Now, I don't have small children, so I'm able to do this, rub the oil into my hands. And if it's an emotional oil like Stress Away, I tend to use the oil on the back of my neck. I also have diffuser earrings on today. These are leather earrings, and they're any natural fiber like this that will absorb the oil, and so you can wear any kind of diffuser jewelry. Like this is a diffuser necklace that's also like suede. So this will absorb oil and hold on to oil. So if you have small children, you can use items like this that maybe you don't want the oil right directly on your hands, because then you would touch them and then they would get the oil maybe in their mouths, and it doesn't necessarily, it wouldn't hurt them, but it may not taste may not taste good for them. So it obviously it's not going to hurt them, but they may not like the taste of it. So and you do want to be careful when you're first getting started with essential oils with children that you want to go slow, start slow, go slow with them. So that might be be something that you want to just be careful with, and putting the oils right directly into your hand. But cupping or just inhaling right out of the bottle, especially the Stress Away for mamas, you like to keep that one handy. So the fourth tip involves getting a journal. So what I did, now this is a crazy journal. I mean, this is like actually, like not even a journal. This is just like I don't even know what you call it. What do you call this thing? Just
cluster?
A huge, what?
Cluster?
A cluster. It's a huge notebook, actually, that's a reference book, I guess I would call it at this point. But you can see that in here, these are pages that have been pulled from my journals over the last couple of years. Notes of where I've taken, pulled my journal notes and put them in here. So what's happened is, as I've learned how oils make me feel. I make notes. I've made notes. And then I've collected them into this book. So I would recommend that you get yourself a journal as you're getting started, and you write down, you use lavender, the date, use lavender, slept well, used 4 drops of lavender in the diffuser last night. And, just try to keep notes to yourself either in your phone or somewhere, so that then that way you're able to track and keep track of what things worked for you, what things worked for your family, that type of thing. And then that really helps, because then you're able to go back and do those, duplicate those same types of things. It's kind of like keeping your own cookbook or recipe book or recipe box. And then you can collect different things, and that's what I started to do here, where I found things on the internet, worked for other people, pulled those ideas off, made copies, and kept it, and just kept making a bigger book and a bigger book. And then kind of divided this up into different sections, even like DIY type recipes versus my own notes. And then when I would go to classes, I added like a classes tab as well. Because I got a little into it, got a little crazy into it after a while. So my journal turned into like a reference notebook. Everyone's journey looks a little different, but I definitely recommend having, taking notes in some way. A lot of people just use their phone for this, but I definitely think that that's going to be beneficial for you as you get started. So let's see, what else did I write down under here? Okay. Oh, okay. So the next thing with that is, kind of to build off of that, is there is in the box, so when you open your box, obviously you have your oils on the top in this little shelf. In the side flap over here, there's a whole bunch of paperwork. And there's a lot of things in here that you're like, okay, I don't really know what that is. I don't really know what that is. But there is one piece of paper. It's like a cardboard, cardstock flyer, brochure looking piece of paper that I thought, when I originally saw this, I thought, oh, that's real pretty. It almost looked like they were trying to sell me more oils, and I kind of threw it off to the side. But as I got more starter kits in the hands of other people, I looked at this more closely and really realized that this is a great tool for people to get started. So this is what I would recommend that you pull out. Okay, it's the Essential Oils at a Glance piece of cardstock. I want to say piece of paper, but it's really not a paper. It's the cardstock page. So it looks like this. This is the front, and this is the back. And it goes through each of the oils that are in your kit. The ones on the back are the flex oils, and the flex oils are basically the oils if ever any of these are out of stock for any reason, they will throw in another oil so that we can get your premium starter kit right out to you. So all of these oils will be in your kit, and they go through a few of the uses that are recommended for the oil. So, for example, let's just take stress away. We've been talking about stress away. It says, I'll read to you. Stress away is the first product to contain the unique combination of lime and vanilla pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Stress away also includes copaiba and lavender to reduce mental rigidity and restore equilibrium when taken as a dietary supplement. Essential oils, copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, ocotea, and lavender. That's what it contains. And it says these 3 things about Stress Away. Add Stress Away to water following exercise. Okay? Incorporate Stress Away into your daily routine. That's kind of vague. And then it says add 1 to 2 drops of Stress Away to natural fruit or vegetable juice throughout the day when life is demanding. And for Stress Away, there's this little symbol next to it. Well, when there's a little symbol, you kind of got to go somewhere where the key is, and the key's on the back. So these little wavy lines are aromatic. The little drop is topically. The little capsule-looking thing is dietary. and the little yin yang symbol is dilute. So we know that Stress Away can be taken as a dietary supplement if that is something that you would want to do. So it does say that you can do 1 to 2 drops of Stress Away into fruit juice. You can also do adding Stress Away to water following exercise. And then we also know that you can put the Stress Away, inhale the Stress Away and use it aromatically. So it will give you a couple of things for each oil, what to do for each oil. So I would recommend that you use this as your guide when you're first getting started. And you can do a number of things. You can open all the bottles and see which one you're kind of drawn to and think, oh wow, I really want to use frankincense first because I know that's the bottle, I know that's the oil that's the Jesus oil, right? So that's the one I want to try first. That's the one I'm most excited about. Or, oh, I was at my friend's house and purification was the oil that I really loved, so I'm going to go with purification first. Or you can use 1 or 2 and get started with them that way. But this is a great way to kind of get you going and get kind of get you started and pointed in the right direction. So definitely use this. Don't do what I did and just kind of toss it off to the side thinking it's more marketing. So, but I do have a public relations degree, so kind of like, oh, marketing. I tossed it off. Don't do that. All right, and there are some other very very more interesting, great things in here. I love this little piece of paper as well. It's ginormous. It's like a poster board size. Let me see if I can open it real quick. It tells you all about the farms and where the farms are. So there's the farms down there.
Seed to seal.
Seed to seal, yes. So there's lots of good information on these little pieces of paper. So you should definitely take a look at all of that. And it just comes in this little sleeve on the side of your kit over there. Okay, so that is a way to kind of lead you through the oils. And again, we're not going to go through uses for each one because that's another video and it'll be forever. This video will go on and on and on. Okay, so the next thing, my next tip will be tip number 6 is become familiar with your account. So when you bought a premium starter kit, you are a member of Young Living, right? So you have lots of member benefits that someone else who is buying things that's a retail member that is they don't have. So you have member benefits. So you have an actual account with Young Living, and when you log in, you have a member number, and you can log on and then click on something that's called Virtual Office. And underneath Virtual Office, which sounds like you have to sell something, but you don't, only 8% of everybody who has bought a kit or gotten started with a kit is then gone on to build a business with Young Living. But it's called Virtual Office. Don't let that term scare you. Underneath there is something called Member Resources. So Member Resources is where I want to, make sure that you know about that. Underneath there is tons of information. All kinds of things like out of stock lists and there's back stock of where the newsletters are and all of that. There's just tons and tons of information there on the website tab. But you've got to go to Virtual Office to get there. So when you log in with your member number, your password, and then hit Virtual Office and then Member Resources. Okay, I'm spilling water down my face. So within that tip, put your Young Living tab, shortcut or whatever on your phone. Make sure you have your member number and your PIN number and the customer service number handy so that if anything ever happens, then you have all that information right at the tip of your fingertips. I just think that's helpful because that way if something went wrong or say your diffuser, something happens with your diffuser after you've had it a month. Okay, Young Living doesn't want your diffuser to break after a month, so it's nice if you do this all right away, have your member number and your PIN number and the customer service number right in your phone right off, then you can just call them right away and say, hey, I've had a diffuser for a month from you guys and it broke. They will send you a new one. And so they're really good about all of that. Also, be sure, like I said before, to take advantage of your enroller and your sponsor because they will also take care of you. Okay, so virtual office member resources. The next thing is our wonderful resources. Okay, so obviously you're not going to know just from this flyer. There's already a ton of uses for each oil. And then you know there's way more. And so you're thinking, how am I going to remember all this? You don't have to remember it all. It's written down in tons and tons of books. So if you join with our group, which hopefully you have, or you will, everyone gets one of these books, the Essential Oils Pocket Reference. And what I did with mine, this is a brand new one. Actually, this is going to be Amanda's book. Amanda, I still need to give you your book. This is what it looks like. It also comes in a bigger desk reference, the Papa book. So what I did with mine is I put tape flags. I need to re-tape flag my book, starting to fall apart. But I tape flag my book. I tape flag a lot of my books. I did it with this book too, the chemistry book, so that I can, the common things that I go back to for the book, they're already there. It's already like tape flagged. So definitely take your book, get some tape flags, and do that because when you are not feeling well or a member of your family is not feeling well, is not the time to go, oh, where is that in the book? It's when you're, when you're feeling fine, it's the time to like go searching in the book and go, oh, this is a common thing we struggle with, and flag that in the book. Some respiratory sickness or whatever that you're dealing with that you guys struggle with a lot. If you can go find that in the book after you are, if you just find the time to do that. Take a couple of minutes, sit with the book, and while your kids are doing their homework, and think of that as your oily homework. And if you can flag a few of those things in the book, then when you're not feeling well, you know right where to go with that tape flag. It's much, much easier. And we just kept this thing out on the kitchen table. Do we not, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's always there.
Okay. Another tip I have is get, just spilled that all over me, is to get labels for your bottles. So, and I was just dealing with, poor Kelly got her labels messed up. But the labels for the bottles are so great. So the bottles don't come labeled. They come just like this with no label, little naked on the top. So the labels come in a package. Don't pan over here, it's not clean. They come in a package like this. So, and make sure that your package should say number 3939 version 7 on this little label right here. And you should have 3 different sheets in here when you get it, because one of my customers just got theirs, one of my members just got theirs, and it was not correct. So again, if anything comes and it's weird, let me know. We're going to get it fixed, okay? So make sure you get labels. It's so much easier, because you want to keep your bottles stored upright as much as possible. Now I realize if you put your bottle of frankincense in your purse and it tips over a little bit, that's fine. That's why you want to make sure that your caps are on tight. Make sure you're tightening your caps all the way. If they tip over every now and then, it's not a big deal. But for the most part, you want to keep your essential oils bottles kept stored upright. And so it's much easier when they're sitting in a drawer or in an oils case.
Not everybody can have our wall ornament.
Yeah, not everyone wants a wall shelf, I guess. Let's see, where is that? Where's that other case?
Are those my light up glasses?
Huh? Oh, here. This case. So, like, when they're in a case, a lot of people get cases similar to something like this. When you've got a case like this, and you're trying to find your oils, and they're supposed to be sitting up, and imagine none of them being labeled. That's a pain, right? So get some labels.
Get some labels.
Get some labels, people. And along those lines, the labels are very reasonably priced on Young Living. Yes, I know Young Living is very proud of a lot of their things, and some things are expensive on their website, where you could go to Amazon or other places and get things, and pick them up. Like they carry oil and they have veggie caps on Young Living, but you could probably go to Amazon or Whole Foods or something like that and get carrier oil or veggie caps. But for these labels, like, don't go to a third party. Go ahead and get the labels from Young Living for sure. They will definitely be the best bet. It will definitely be the best bet for you to do that.
They'll match the best.
Okay, so, and then my tip number 9 is find a place for your oils. Like Jeremy said, if you'd like to get a wall shelf, get a wall shelf, or just designate a place in your house right away. I think it's sad when when I see folks, when I go over and visit them after they've had their kit for a month or so, and their kit is still, all their oils are still in their little cardboard, whatever this is, cardboard foamy container, and it's sitting somewhere. I mean, it's cute, and I like it, and it's wonderful, but it's just probably not very practical. So what I would recommend that you do is find a place where you use your lavender. So say you're using your lavender to put in your diffuser at night, and it's helping you sleep, or it's helping your child sleep. So go put it in your room, so that when you go brush your teeth and you think, oh yeah, lavender in the diffuser. After I brush my teeth, I'm going to put lavender in my diffuser. So put your oils where you use them. We've got, Jeremy's showing me, we have a whole bunch of oils in our kitchen drawer. He's going to show you our kitchen drawer. Okay, I think they see the kitchen drawer. That might be scary. That's like Blair Witch Project video there. Stop. So, I knew this was going to go wrong at some point. So, yeah, put your oils where you use them. And find a place for them. Get a case. There's lots of cases. I got, this one came I got a kit from Young Living, and so this is Young Living's, this case came with a kit that I got from Young Living, so then I just took this case and used it for that, but I use it every day for carrying some oils in it. But I got most of my cases from Amazon. Young Living has tons of cases. There's cases everywhere. And tip number 10, a lot of people use like a drawer, they just find a drawer in their house and they put all their oils in there to start, and you can do that too. I like the idea of putting them in your house where you're going to use them, because it helps you to use them instead of them all being in one spot, because even I am the world's worst. Like, I'll be in bed thinking, oh man, I really wish I had my bergamot. I would use it if I had it. And so I started putting bergamot in 5 different places in my house, because that's my favorite oil. So now I have 5 bottles and it's just everywhere. Are we running out of battery?
We got 15%.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm almost done.
Okay.
Okay, so my tip number 10 is carrier oil, roller bottles, and veggie caps. Those are like your next things that you need to buy after you get your premium starter kit. Carrier oil, because lots of these oils you will need to, like I said, start slow, and many of the oils are recommended that you dilute them. So you want to have a carrier oil to dilute with, and carrier oils are something like fractionated coconut oil. This one I got on Amazon. I love it because it is a spray. So especially for kids, so you can just spray this on, or even me. I spray this on, and I love it because it's coconut oil, so it's gonna like stick. So I'm spraying that on. I can rub that in, and it goes over a larger area. So say I want to, I've got a sore arm, I want to use Pan Away. So I'm putting that coconut oil on first, and then I'm going to take my Pan Away, and then I'm just going to do my 1 drop of Pan Away. And it's a nice thicker oil, so it's going to come out slow. And then I've got my 1 drop of Pan Away, and then it's going to go over a larger area instead of just that 1 drop of oil, and you're trying to, think that 1 drop is going to, how is that 1 drop of oil going to go on that one area? And now I've got Pan Away covering, my whole arm there where I've got that bruise. Okay? All right, so this came from Amazon, my second favorite place. All right, roller bottles, like this. These are not my favorite, but we got these in the very beginning. They're green. There's all kinds of links, and I can put these in my group of which ones my favorite are, because these are not my favorite. There's a brand that I love better than another brand. You want to make sure when you're buying roller bottles that you get some with metal balls. Don't get plastic. Plastic will break down and over time eventually, and they just don't roll as well. The oil doesn't come out as well. So and then the veggie caps, and veggie caps are behind you in the kitchen if you want to grab some. And so that is my 10th tip, or my 10th thing for you to do. No, they're in those little green things. That's okay. It's fine. Yeah, in there. Oh, yeah, the clear veggie caps. Yeah. So veggie caps look like this. They're clear, little. And when you join in our group, we have. Is that not enough Zoom time?
Oh no, it was good.
Okay. When you join in our group, in addition to getting the resource, the product reference guide, you also get another wellness packet, and that comes with a welcome book, and it comes with some other things, and we give you some veggie caps in that. So awesome, right? I have a few last tips. In our group, when you join with our group, our number one thing is education. And your number one thing will be education. Once you get started with your kit and you started using your oils, you want to stay educated. We don't, or at least I feel like the best way to learn how to use the oils is to use the oils. And then once you start using the oils, then you want to learn more. So there's tons of ways to learn more. There's Facebook groups, and I have a Facebook group. The girl who enrolled me, who is a quad mom, her name is Rebecca. She has a Facebook group. Her group is obviously bigger than mine. And so there's all different sizes of Facebook groups. There is different, everyone has kind of a different focus, a different feel for their Facebook group. And there's ones that you just kind of find your fit into the different group. And so my recommendation would be to get into 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 groups right off the bat, and kind of get your feet wet into those groups and see, ask questions and kind of feel like you're getting information that you need. You can, if you're savvy with Facebook, you can go in and see what people have already asked and use the search in the group to see. Maybe you have a question about a specific oil or a specific topic. You can search in that group and see what other people have asked and what questions that they've gotten answered, and see what kind of group it is. And then if you don't like it, you can just get out of it and get into another group. And we have recommendations in our group of what a groups might interest you. Don't get into too many groups. That would be my number one thing about Facebook groups. Attend classes. There's tons of classes in the Kansas City area. We have, we're so lucky because we have some phenomenal leaders in our area. So take advantage of the classes. Go to Facebook classes are awesome. Online classes are awesome. I'm glad you're watching my video. That's wonderful. But go to actual classes where you can sit down, touch things, feel things, smell things, and meet with people, because that's a great way to learn. And I want you to know that everyone that gets enrolled, or that gets started with Young Living this way, with the Premium Starter Kit, has a member number. And like I think we talked about this a little bit when we talked about the virtual office thing. You have a member number, and our company is referral based. So if you're sharing your oils and you're wearing your oils and sharing them, people are going to ask you, and your life is going to start changing. People are going to ask you what you're doing. What are you doing? And you are going to be able to tell them, well, I'm doing this, and they're going to say, wow, I want a part of that. So I'm not saying that you are necessarily going to build a business out of this. However, I did not get told this in the beginning, so I want to tell this part. I want to make sure everyone knows that you get a $50, basically a $50 roughing out to be $50 thank you check every time you share Young Living with another person, because and they enroll with a Premium Starter Kit. Not necessarily the oils one, though. They don't have to get started with the oils. They can do Thieves, or they can do Ningxia, or they can build their own kit. So the basic membership is $45, and then they can build their own kit. So say you have somebody who just wants to do some stuff for like emotions, or they just want to do, some, we have 650 products or thereabouts, and they just want to build their own kit with like 10 things and get started that way.
Just the einkorn pasta.
There we go. Just einkorn products. Maybe what? Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is that I think that it was just not explained to me right off the bat, and I had no idea. And all of a sudden, one day when I went in to order something, I had a credit in my account, and I didn't know why I had a credit. And what happened was I had shared, and someone had enrolled with my number. And so I had a person like underneath me, basically. So someone had my number enrolled underneath me and had my number when they enrolled. And so because of that, I had earned a commission, and voila, I had a thank you check from Young Living. And so I just want everyone to know that if you are thinking of sharing, you can share with 3 people and earn back what you've spent on your kit. So that's kind of a cool thing. And I guess my very last thing would be to find a friend that maybe you and her in the same, or you and him are in the same situation or similar situation, because it's so much more fun to get started with someone else, learning something new with someone else. My friend Heather and I are doing some new things right now in our lives, and we're doing it together. And it's so much fun to do it together than it is to do it separately. So learning something new, doing something new, embarking on something new is so much fun, and so much more comfortable and a nicer process to do it together with someone. And so find a friend, and hopefully, that's just my last tip. So I was also able to hook up with another girl who enrolled in Young Living at the same time. She's actually in my organization, Angie, and her and I have become friends, and we enrolled in Young Living around the same time. And so it's been great, and we've learned about oils together and grown together in our oily knowledge, and so that's been awesome. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. It has been longer than what I thought it was going to be, like always. But if you have any questions, I will look at all the comments and make sure I get things answered. There's also a video that I want to put in the comments that there's a resource that's Essential Oil Revolution podcasts that they do. It's revolutianoils.com. Samantha Lee Wright does these podcasts, and she has a really good podcast. Anyway, so I'll put the link to this podcast that I'm thinking about in the comments for you guys to listen to that. And I think that's everything. Oh, one more thing. The one roller, where did it go? The Aromaglide roller. There's one roller ball that comes in the kit. The one roller ball, where did it go? Did it fall off the table? Anyway, there's one roller ball that comes in the kit. It comes with the Stress Away.
Search for it together.
Search for it. No, I don't know. Anyway.
Can you find the roller ball?
Where's Waldo? Buy more of those. That's my very, 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 very last tip. Buy more of those because the bottles are so much easier to just, when they have the roller on there, to just use that. And then that way you're not dripping and doing all of that. So buy more roller balls, roller fitments, Aromaglides. That's what they're called, Aromaglides. All right, guys.
Just gonna do that.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.